I think we're live. We should be live. Let's see. Is Dream Elements going to cooperate today? It might. Maybe. We'll find out, I guess. It should be posting. We'll see, I suppose. Alright, so it's Thursday. We're starting just a couple of minutes early. It's Coral Island Day. So we got that going. There it goes. Let's find the right farm here. That should be the right one. Yeah, so Coral Island currently has a promo going right now. Not really a promo, well, kind of a promo. They're doing a charity thing right now. Where if you, kind of like, if you buy this pack for $5, these like 3 items, all of the proceeds that the company makes from this 3-item package sale is going to go to Coral Guardian, which is a project that helps protect and clean coral reefs. It's $4.99 US currently, and it's for a limited amount of time, and you get like a superhero skin that's like blue and yellow, like an outfit to wear. You get a 40-slot storage chest, which is pretty cool. Excuse me. And I thought it was a fountain, but it's actually a scarecrow. It's like a scarecrow with like kind of like the Moby Dick whale is how I see it, and has like a little sign on it. And that's running until August 8th. So if you want to get it, make sure you get it soon. I keep forgetting that I have different movement keys between this and Diablo. We had started to decorate the farm. What the hell is this? Lils. Lils. Is that Lily? I guess. What is this? Omu rice. Okay. Alright then. Oh, we have an artichoke. So this farm and my off-stream farm have both started fall. And I can't remember what I planted where, which is hilarious, between the two farms. And I'm like trying to... Oh, these are already. Trying to remember... what I had to do, because the other farm only has like 6 sprinklers or something. So I spend like 2/3 of my day just watering on that one, trying to make sure I planted the stuff I needed. I do find it funny that they took the watermelon away from the one bundle. No way! That did not say that in the text. Hold up, hold up, hold up. It did say that in the text. How did I miss that? That's actually kind of exciting, because the pumpkins are worth a little bit. Grows in 13 days and produces every 7 days. So you don't get that many harvests out of it, maybe 2. If you get them in right on day 1, we can at least get one more, or one harvest out of these guys. So I'm gonna, at least one. I'm just gonna plop these guys on in here, because we have them, right? We might as well plant them. Plant them if you got them. That's exciting. I'm sorry, I get excited about the stupidest shit sometimes. I do apologize. Such a little kid. Somebody's got to be a little kid, though, right? Oh, okay. The fist was over that. Okay. Sorry. Alright. Let's get our water going on these guys. It's a shame that, these trees take so long to produce. Like, I don't think they were available. Well, they might have been available before we got the greenhouse going. And honestly, once we get one of everything, if we can get one of everything to fit in the greenhouse, tree-wise, I'll probably not put any more trees in out here. Okay, we haven't sold one of those yet. Sell these and that. Okay, we'll do that. Like, I'm trying to slowly transition some stuff into the fridge inside. That doesn't always work, though. Alright. I'll deal with that stuff in a minute. Wait, what? What was that? I don't know what that was. It was just flashing exclamation points like it was something. That was interesting. Oh, I got to pet the birdies. Quay, quay. One is ducked, one is stone, one is chicken. Got to pet the birdies. Come on, birdie friends, outside. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm gonna take some of these eggs, I think. And put them up in the house. I don't know which ones yet. I gotta think about it. Milky, milky, and I can't for the life of me remember when we last sheared the shepherd. No. What the fuck? What just happened? I'm being dumb. There we go. And I'm stuck in the fence. Okay. Let's get our butts in here. Oh, perfect. Hi, Zorts. Milk the Zortos. Pet the quay quay. Or the, not the quay quay. The truff truff. And shepherd. Now, one of these is Allie. And one of these is, I don't know. I'm not sure who's who. I keep feeling like a thud in the floor. The husband's doing dishes in the kitchen, but I don't think it's coming from him. Someone was just outside looking at our water meter. Which I found interesting because they weren't actually... It didn't look like they were actually reading it. I mean, they might have been, but it didn't look like it. So I don't really know what the heck that's about. Alright. And with as shitty as my back has been lately, I really don't want to get up if I don't have to. I mean, it's starting to calm down a little bit, but not as much as I would like it to. Well, that one's really hard to see when it's there, isn't it? Okay, that's our cocoa bean. We finally got some rain last night, though. Or this morning. Yes, this morning, not last night. They're like, oh, we could have some severe storms roll in, and I'm like, great, great. What time do you expect these severe storms to roll in? They're like, oh, after midnight. And I'm like, okay. And we were starting to hear it thunder distantly, maybe around 1:30-ish. Going on 2. And I don't think it really started doing anything significant until about maybe 3:30. Of course, right when I gave up to go to bed. But it didn't look like what was going on over us was severe, and I'm like, okay, the stuff coming in previously had been. So I was a little leery of going to bed, but I'm like, alright. I'll take the phone with me, so that way if there's a weather warning, I'll hear the phone. Well, it had thundered for quite a bit, and, I was laying there listening to it, and, oh, at some point, it got real quiet, and I was like, that's odd, and I was about to give up and try to fall asleep, because I was getting real tired, and I was like, let me check the radar real quick. It's probably gonna be done and over with, and we'll go from there. Well, that was not the case. In fact, we were under a severe thunderstorm warning that had been issued almost 5-10 minutes prior to me checking. Oh, my inventory's full. And our phone call never happened. Imagine my surprise. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? Where was our phone call that's supposed to tell us that, hey, idiots, you're under some sort of warning? It never came. And this was at like around 5 a.m.? It never happened. I was wide awake. The phone never rang. The phone was right next to me. We didn't have any missed calls showing. So, that was interesting, to say the least. I don't quite know why that was a thing, but it seemed to be. And I was none too pleased about that. You think maybe we have enough dragon fruit? Should I just start selling all the dragon fruit for now? We've got like 60 in the fridge. Maybe we should start, you know, selling that shit. Our fridge is not anywhere near big enough. Oh, it sorts. Thank you for the resub. We really need to change the resub to something else. It's just we forget and then it's like, it's fine. How are you today, sir? Be careful out there today at work tonight. Because it's been fucking hot. Like, dangerously hot here, so I can only imagine that you're about to get it too. What do we want to make? What do we want to make? 1, 2, 3. We need some jam. Something. What do we want to put in the other jam jar? What do we want to do? We could do pickles with our cucumbers. You can go there. So I can't do anything with you yet. You're considered a fruit, but I can't put you in the jam jar? Which I don't understand, but okay. I'm not sure if I shoved anything in the other jar. You're okay? Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad someone's okay. Because life decided to flip us off again. I don't understand. I don't understand how this shit keeps happening. Artichokes? Let's go artichokes. And then we'll put the remaining artichokes in the fridge. How about that? You're still cooking, right? Yeah, you're still cooking. Well, we have a floor freezer. It's like waist high. I think Russell seems to think it's about 7 cubic. Is it feet? Inches? Feet? I guess feet. Where it's just a freezer because we don't have enough freezer space in the fridge freezer, and his mom's had it for forever. Russell seems to think it was about 20 years old, if not a little bit more. And we had been kind of toying with the idea of maybe replacing it back in April, but we thought that the back tires on the car were worse than they ended up being, so we were gonna replace the tires instead. And then the dealership's like, you still have some life on these, I wouldn't replace them yet. And we're like, okay. So we kind of want to get that person to service our car again, because the first person like talked his mom up into like we needed all this fucking work done, and she's like, no. Like, they had our brakes marked as yellow, and we were all, like, super fucking worried about that. And they get there, and the dealership's looking at them. This chick at the dealership's looking at them, and she's like, you don't really need to replace these yet. She's like, there's some wear on them, but they're okay. She's like, there's still a decent amount of life left on these. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, getting back to the point, there was a little bit of wear starting to happen on the freezer, where the rubber gasket around the top, the seal, was starting to be a little weird, and we had to like actually push down on the lid to make sure it was closed, because sometimes it looked like it was sticking up a little bit. Everything was still staying frozen though. In fact, we had all kinds of frost like creeping up the sides of it, 'cause it's right next to a window and shit. So, we started to see a crack form on the plastic roof lid liner in the top of it recently, and we're like, oh shit. But it was still gay, so we're like, alright, whatever. Well, yesterday Russell opened the freezer and went to close it, and he's like, why isn't this fucking closing? He's like, what is in the way? I don't see anything in the way. The top plastic liner on the freezer decided it was not going to stay in place any longer and popped out on him, and he could see the fiberglass padding on the inside of the lid. And we're like, are you fucking serious? We live out of that freezer for the most part because my mom likes to buy shit and then forgets that she bought it. So we have a shit ton of stuff in the freezer that just gets lost. But Russell and I live out of the freezer because we buy meat in bulk at Sam's, and then we portion it down to like meal sizes and then freeze the meal sizes so we can just grab the Ziploc bag out of there for what we're gonna prep. And we do okay with that. It stretches the budget a little bit further. So we're like, oh no. Oh no, this is a problem. So we had to order another freezer that we really didn't have the money to spend on it. So that's fun. Real fun. Can I fish here? Okay. And this was right after we just had to replace his phone. Like 2 weeks ago. Because, like, maybe... Ooh, a firefish. What is that? We've not seen that before. That's fascinating. I didn't know we could fish over here. So yeah, what, like a couple, like maybe 2 to 3 weeks after he got his last replacement phone, which might have been, I don't know, was it December? April? No, I'm thinking maybe January. It might have been around Christmas. Because his other screen was like turning pink and stuff. He dropped it in the driveway. It like fell out of his pocket or something, and he didn't have the fucking armor on it, which I kept begging him to put on there. He's like, yeah, but the text-to-speech messes up when the armor's on there. And I'm like, no, sweetie, it's you. You have a slight lisp when you talk to the phone. It doesn't understand it. Or a slight slur or something. It gets confused in the text-to-speech thingy on that. It's never been great. A sea cucumber? What the fuck is the shit that we're getting out of this section all of a sudden? What is happening? And, he cracked the corner of the screen. And I was like, really? He goes, it's fine. I can still use it. So he kept using it. And about 3 weeks ago, he messaged me after he went to bed. He goes, I think I'm gonna have to replace the screen. And I was like, why? You okay?
Yeah, I gotta get the balance.
Oh, okay. And, he's like, there's a line showing up in the middle of my screen. And I'm like, okay. He says from like top to bottom. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, how much does that cost? Because if it's gonna be super expensive to just replace the screen, you might as well just replace the fucking phone, because it was a refurbished phone. And we were kind of debating back and forth, and he was trying to look up places, and we were trying to figure out how much that might cost and find somebody that was in our area that would even work on this phone model. So I think it was a Motorola. And he's like, so it'd be about like $80 to replace the screen. I'm like, oh no. This is a fucking refurbished phone. Just get a new one. Or a new refurbished one, because this is ridiculous. For that much money, you'd be like 2/3 of your way to another phone. Because I think his last refurbished was around $100. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Just get a different one. And while we were dicking around, then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna have to replace this. I was like, why? He goes, the top right-hand corner of the screen is starting to become unresponsive. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, fine, I'll order a new one. I said, I have one rule. If you're getting a new one, this fucking thing's gonna get armor on it, and it's gonna stay on there. And he's like, yeah. So he ordered some armor that would fit it. After he ordered it, the next day, he pulled out his phone and he looked at it. He's like, oh shit. I was like, what? He goes, my screen's bleeding. There was like an ink blot that was starting to form in the bottom corner of the screen in a different spot. And it just looked like ink, like slowly bleeding out. It looked like a drop of ink or paint or something that was just bleeding out. I mean, it wasn't actually leaking out of the phone, but that's what it looked like. And don't you know that he had to use my 2-factor to get into Twitch when he was moving back to his PC. To do Planet Zoo on Saturday night. No, this is before we got it, so maybe 2 streams ago. And he was trying to set it up and he couldn't get in. Oh no, it was this weekend. He didn't move the right 2-factor app to his new phone. He had to use the old phone, and the corner that he had to touch to swap it, I just remembered we need to do that still, wasn't responsive, so it wasn't registering. Oh, it's a gold quality. That he was touching the options section, so I'm like, oh great. I was like, well, now what are we gonna do? He goes, we might have to temporarily remove the 2-factor for like 2 minutes while I switch it to the other phone. I'm like, great, now everything's gonna get all pissy because we swapped. We took it off and then we're gonna put it back on. I'm gonna get so many emails about what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, so, you know, we did find a freezer on Walmart.com that we think is the right size. Which fortunately was under $200, but I'm like, god damn it, we just got this fucking credit card paid off. And we were supposed to try to replace my glasses for my birthday, and that's not happening now. Maybe for Christmas. Maybe. Because I've got a crack. I've got 3 cracks in the one lens. All up by the drill mounts. And they're slowly getting bigger. And I can actually see the one now. I couldn't... Oh, damn it. I couldn't see it before, but I can see it now. And I'm like, great. Great. That's fun. I'm trying to see if the vendor's gonna show up. It's just been a rough month. And the month's not even halfway over. Oh, we got 2 crabs. Sweet. We actually got a double. Catfish lady in her catfish boat. Where'd she go? Lady? Oh, okay, see, I was wondering if she was going to try to sell you the same stuff, but those things say sold out. Does she only sell the same things? Huh, I wonder if she only sells the same stuff over the course of a week, or is it a season? I don't know. That's kind of fascinating, though. It's just been bullshit. Oh. And then with my back deciding to flip me off, and my hand. It's been a real adventurous couple of weeks here, and we had something else going on that I can't get into. That's been a bit of a conundrum. Really? None of the shit we got over there considered rare. Wow. Seriously? That silver koi is still eluding us. It was a river, so yeah, it's not going to count as those. Wow. That's really strange. What am I still missing from here? Oh, diamond. Okay. Rare crops. Cactus. I'm hoping that when the update comes out next month, because they are doing another update next month, that we will get some more sorry, I don't have any cactus, I can't help you. I'm hoping we will get some more seaweed types. Sorry, my brain like just stopped. I knew the word I wanted. Just wasn't popping up there. Because I can't increase the farm quality of shit. Well, I mean, I probably could with fertilizer, but it'd be a lot easier to do with the production stuff. A sea cucumber. Well, that's all we can turn in there. Alright. We're still kind of dealing with the one thing that I can't talk about. Sort of. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, what do we got here? We'll ditch the celery, right? That's... no, I need that. We can ditch you. Oh, we didn't check our traps. Shit. Alright. I guess that can wait. I suppose. We didn't really see anybody to give any gifts to. That's not the box I wanted. I forget these boxes are reversed on this game compared to how I have them in the other game. Alright, we've got hay. Lovely. Okay, now do I have... No, we don't have pear jam anywhere. Okay. For a second I thought that said pearl jam and I was like, what? That's not right. Yeah, let me just check something here, because I'm thinking... No, we don't have any mastery points. Okay, so... Okay. What is our... So we're at farming level 9. Ranching level 7. Foraging level 8. Mining level 9. Diving level 6. Catching level 7. Fishing level 7. And combat level 3. You can tell we haven't been in the mines all that much, or at least fighting stuff. Alright, so, okay, we made 5 grand from farming. Oh, pears are worth a nice amount. The watermelons were worth a good amount too. So were pumpkins. Oh, nice. Most of our money came from the watermelons. And the barley beer. Very nice. I'm gonna have to see what the amaranth sells for. So that was what, 50? What did our fish sell for? Oh, almost 500 for fish. Kind of surprised the firefish wasn't worth more. Alright. Every day's an adventure over here. Oh, we do have that fair coming up. Do I have enough stuff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might have enough stuff. Maybe. Alright, so we have taro roots. I have no idea what this tastes like. I don't think I ever heard of it before the farming sims. Get our jokes. Okay. Let's see. We got some peppers. And we got some cranberries. Oh, nice double harvest. So it's Thursday. How's everybody's week been going so far? We did a bonus stream Tuesday night, working on the Happy Little Trees project of mine. Didn't come out half bad, all things considered. I was looking at gouache prices, and I was considering getting the Arteza gouache. But then I was looking at the reviews on Amazon, and then I was like, nah, the reviews weren't so great. So maybe I'll just stick with replacing the jelly gouache, or getting more jelly gouache. There was another brand, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it as much as the Kimi. Oh, our inventory's full. What? How did that happen? Because we've got a multitude of stars. That's how that happened. Lovely. Do we need the orchids still? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Here, let me drop some of this stuff off real quick. Alright, artichoke. Cranberry? Cranberry. Cranberry's in here. Pepper, eggplant is outside. The watermelon's in here. Alright. Drop these off in the bucket. Pretty soon we'll be able to sell off some of the stuff in that chest. So we're not gonna need it. I like hoard everything in these farming sims. I'm like, no, what if somebody wants it and then I'm not gonna have it? They're gonna want it in the dead of winter. I might need to sell that coming into winter. Or coming into spring. We might need money for seeds. Alright. Because I'm a dork like that. Okay, that's not ready. Jeez, by the time these trees are ready out here, the season's gonna be over. Like, dang. There's our neighbor Bunny. He's just kind of chilling in his lot there. Bunny be doing bunny things. Okay. Let's see what we got now. Alright. Sell those two. I guess it is a little more profitable to make the flour. It looks like it doubled that. Pumpkins. Okay. Maple syrup goes inside. That's going there. Okay. Got that. Okay. So that's grinding away there. I have to figure out what we're gonna do next. We really should go and get some more squares and stuff from the furniture shop. Wait, go back in. I thought they fixed that. Or am I seeing things? Am I seeing things? I must have been seeing things. I thought there was an egg in there. It looked like there had been a quail egg in there. I seem to have been mistaken. Alright, so let's pop up to here. We'll get these guys. We've got, like, what, 200 hay stashed? coming into winter. So that's good, because we've got quite a number of these guys to feed, and we're gonna have more to feed here soon. Because we're gonna get the llamas. And the llamas are a pair, so we have to buy 2. So that's 2 more mouths to feed, plus the fox thing, whatever it is, I don't know what it's called. That's gonna come in over there for the coop to find that one almond thingy. That's coming in next month at some point as well. Alright, let's get our trees watered here. Do that first before I forget. I can't remember what season cotton is from, but I feel like I should have had some, because I feel like I've been holding on to that cotton that I've got for like ever. But maybe I'm wrong. It's possible I'm wrong. I'll tell you, it's hot already. We're on a heat advisory again for feels like temperatures of around 109 again. That's what they had us in yesterday, but our feels like actually got up to 111. That was ridiculous. For where we are, that was pretty ridiculous. And the stupidest part of it all was that it didn't feel that hot in our room until like about 6 p.m. And I'm like, why is it feeling extra hot now? When it had all day to do this nonsense. Always gets hotter when the sun goes down for some reason. Like, yeah, like they say, oh, the hottest point of the day is like usually between like noon and 3, but not in this house. Shit, our inventory's full. Oh wait, did we water everybody back there? I think so. Like, not in this place, it certainly doesn't. Selling you, and you, and you, and you, and all of you, and some of you, okay, let's go back and finish harvesting. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, when I got up, well, when I was coherent enough to stop hitting snooze on the alarm, I checked what the temperature was. And I think it was like 80 something with a feels like of like 90 something. I have no idea. What are we at right now? What are we at? It's currently 91 with a feels like of 102. Like, I know it was pretty gross out when I took Momo out before we got started. So I was like, hey, when did you take Momo out last? And he goes, I haven't yet. He goes, I've been doing shit. Haven't really sat down. Excuse me, in the bedroom, because he was, he got laundry started, and he fixed the blanket over our window in the kitchen because we can't have blinds because the cats fuck with them. There was a curtain there, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't think...
To be clear, they like to rip the entire surface down.
Yeah.
Including the support bar.
Yeah.
Which is problematic to replace every time, so...
Yeah. It's just not worth it, so we grab like an old towel or something. Or an old blanket that's not being used anyway. Because they're bastards. Because if it's in their way, it's gonna get moved. It won't let me put... No. But it's a vegetable. Why can't we pickle it? You let me pickle every fucking thing else. Alright. Grab you. Alright. So we've got one keggy that could use some stuff. And strawberry. What's a potato? Alright, that must be in the fridge. That must be in the fridge. Eggplanty. Oh, Daddy sat down. Daddy sat down.
Really, bro? You're gonna have to give me a couple minutes, buddy.
Doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it's been about... I didn't get started right after I took him out, so it's been maybe an hour and 15 minutes, something like that, since I took him out. I think he just wants to go outside and stand in the sun and warm up his bones, because we try to keep it cold in here, because we're hot. I don't think he cares. He's gonna start whining. That's his new trick. If we're not moving fast enough for him, he starts whining at us. He's like, but I need to... And we're like, buddy. Oh, Mr. Moses. Oh, wait. That was supposed to go inside. We're not gonna get anything done on fair day. We're just gonna have to, like, worry about feeding the animals. Because we're just not gonna have time to get anything else done here, I think. Oh, right. We still needed stuff for that jam container. Alright, what do we want to make jam out of? Not that stuff. No! Stop it! I wonder if it will let us do peas. That would be really gross. We've got a lot of blueberries, but the blueberries are just gonna keep happening. Yeah, okay. I'll use up the blueberries. Alright, now. We're gonna attempt to do what I tried to do before when I got fucking sidetracked. And I was like, oh, hey, can we fish here? And then we started getting all these weird fish that we hadn't gotten before. I was actually down here looking for that, more of that flour that I need for the, rare honey. And I forgot we had moved our traps up here. Right? We did move them up here. Didn't we? Do I have a trap missing? No, it's over there. Okay. Oh. I'm trying to load. Oh, that got away. But we got one there. An orchid mantis. Alright. Fascinating. And we don't know what that's going to be yet. Maybe eventually we will, but right now that is not fully implemented because we are still in early access. Getting excited for the diving update though. I just want to be able to get the other seaweed that we really need. Because then we can really start getting into the development of the farm equipment and stuff, because we're gonna have to talk to Ling. Ling? Yeah. We're gonna have to talk to Ling. Oh look, it's Scott. Scott, you've dusted them so many times, buddy. So many times. Here, you want pickled artichokes? Wow, I actually didn't think you were gonna like that. Surprise is on me. Let's see if we actually get anything out of here. I mean, we've gotten some fish before, but let's see what we get. So yeah, it's supposed to be a big diving update. I think they were supposed to put in... It's a saltwater fish. I think they were supposed to put in... the next heart event for everybody. We'll see if it fully gets put in. Hang on, I suddenly feel like I can't... What is happening? I had like a smudge in my vision. Hold on. Is it my glasses? The amount of dust that is flying through this house at any given moment is incredible. Okay, that's better. I thought I had like touched my lens and didn't realize it. I'm like, it was like that kind of smudge. I either just had gunk in my eye or there was that much dust sitting on my lens and the light was hitting it just so. Alright, so we're not really finding anything interesting in here. We need to make sure that we're doing a good foraging run. Maybe we'll head up to town and purchase some more grass squares. Oh, I've never seen one of those just sitting right there. Oh, it's a gold one. Oh. We should have gifts ready since we're tromping through the woods. Oh, hey ladies. Ladies, would you like some pickled artichokes? What about you? No, I want to give them. No, damn it. Thank you. It helps. These two are always together. It seems. Oh, hey, mushrooms. I wonder if we can put those on the mushroom log things. Hey, Joko. Jam for you. Hi, hi. He ain't bothering you. Don't side-eye me like that. He ain't bothering you. You're fine. Little just noticed Ed on the bed near her. You two were almost touching yesterday. And you didn't seem to give a flying fuck. But I don't want to hear the fussing. You're fine.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
Momo's so funny. When he wants to go out, he wants to go out. But when he wants to come back in, he wants to come back in. Like, speed racer.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody get in his way.
Oh my goodness. Daddy's as happy to be inside as you are, buddy. Holy shit.
It said feels like was 102.
Oh, only 102 today?
Yeah,
Well, not lovely.
at the moment. I mean, compared to yesterday's 111. Oh, is he licking himself silly again?
Just in a couple places.
I had to put some stuff on him earlier.
There we go. Good job. Good job. I get you good.
Alright. Oh, hey. Would you like some jam? Cool, she was happy about it. Hopefully you don't get food poisoning. Okay, thanks, bye. I don't know how to make jam. I just put it in the machine. That was sitting outside in the heat. Good luck with that. Oh, I forgot I need to go to the lab. Damn it. No, our inventory's full. No, our inventory can't be full. It just can't. Whatever shall we do? I mean, we could get rid of the compost, but... like, that's an option. Oh, hey, 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 you want some sake? Oh, cool. That works. We can go get those figs now. Or at least a couple of them. Maybe. I probably should have given him the pickled chard, but... of course you're a different quality. Alright, well you're just gonna have to stay there then. And I'm pretty sure we missed our opportunity to go and buy our grass, so we're gonna have to buy that tomorrow. Because I got distracted. Of course I got distracted. Trying to find our rare flower. Or more of our rare flower, shall I say. It wasn't so rare before. I was finding it everywhere. Ooh, we got a purple chestnut. Wow. I didn't even realize that earlier. That's fantastic. That's actually kind of exciting. Oh no, our shipping bin is full. Damn it, Connor! What the hell is this? I wonder if we can put this on the... Connor, man, you gotta keep up. We are a busy, busy farm here. Oh, we can. Oh, that's a 3, but it says 1 here. Okay. Interesting. I think that's a bug. Did we turn in this? Oh, right. I can't sell anything else. Damn it. Connor. Come pick up my shit. I mean, I guess I could have just walked my ass down to Sam's and sold some of it directly. But now we're probably gonna have a full shipping. Closed? The museum, if it's closed, why did it let me in? You say you're closed, but you let me in. I'm practically an employee, damn it. Don't tell me it's closed. $95% of those donations were mine, damn it. That should be my museum. Fuck Scott. Closed. I'll show you closed. I mean, it let us in anyway, but I don't think it's going to eventually. I think it's gonna stop us from going in. So, what did we get? Who was the big winner from yesterday's harvest? Eggplants were 210, cranberries were 209. For the bronze, 368 for the silver. Watermelons, silver. There's our big ticket guy. Actually, the pumpkins are not as worth as much as I thought they were, unless they bumped those down. Interesting. Now I'm really sad we didn't plant any pumpkins in the greenhouse. Just a bit. Alright. So 8,000 for the day is not bad. We gotta make that money while we can. I mean, we'll be making a little bit of money during winter with the greenhouse stuff, I think. But, what is this? Oh, Nisey, I'm sharing some of the food I cooked today. Eat it while it's still hot. You sent it through the mail. You made fish tacos at 6 a.m. Okay. Sure. Sure, Dinda. I'm scared that there's hot tacos in my... hot fish tacos in my mailbox. At 6 a.m., but okay. Were they from, like, last night? Was that last night's dinner? As long as I don't get food poisoning, I guess it's all good. At least it wasn't summer in there, right? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, a melon. Alright, I got some more orchids to harvest here. What was that?
Oh, Ed knocked something over, I think. He's just running in all weirded out.
Ed, what did you do? Oh, our inventory's full. Fall seems to have a lot of gifts that keep on giving. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and sell those because we've got a bunch of those now. Just kind of hanging about. Now, I'm pretty sure that the pumpkins did not used to keep giving. Pretty sure they used to be one and done a couple updates ago, so I'm not sure when this changed. I mean, I think it's cool, and I like that change, but I just wish I had known sooner. Or realized sooner. I guess it's my own fault for not fully reading the text on it. Okay, what do we got here? We got papayas. Okay. I don't know how we increase our recipe book for cooking though. I think it's through friendship. I think that's the only way. Is that as you make friends, they start to send you recipes for shit. I could be wrong about that. Because we haven't done that much cooking. Apparently there's two cooking methods. You can either guess it, or you can actually know the recipe. Really? Okay, well that had a spot. Alright, so let's drop you off, and you're in the house, you're in the house, you're in the house, you're not in the house. You're not in the house. Okay. You're gonna get sold. We dump you into there. It's nice that they're letting you do the two different qualities at the same time. Because technically, they don't have to. Pocket tacos? Yeah, that's a terrifying thought. Pocket tacos. I guess technically they're in my pocket right now. Or I'm just carting around a wagon everywhere that's invisible that nobody can see. I just have infinite pocket space. Well, not infinite, but quite a lot, apparently. Alright, we need our milk pail. Did we shear today? We didn't shear yesterday, so we might be shearing today. Go through the gate before you close it, my dear. That's how gates work. No, I want to close it and then run through it. Alright, a sheared shepherd. Yeah, apparently next month we're gonna get machines for the barn, such as the auto petter and the auto feeder and the auto collector. no idea how much those are going to be and what materials they're going to require. So that should be interesting, but I do think we're going to attempt to invest in them. Just in the hopes of saving us a little bit of time. Because we're going to have quite the menagerie of animals here. Fairly soon. What is that tree? I really don't remember. I kind of have to just hover my hand over in this section because I can't see. That's the sprinkler. I'm really hoping that when they do another pass or before they actually pull it out of early access and just move it to normal. I hope they make the fruit trees go invisible like the other trees. I don't think it would be that difficult to do. But if they don't, I might have to move the banana tree and the papaya tree. Down below. Like down in here so we can see what the fuck is going on. So right now I'm just kind of blindly skimming my mouse over it, looking for the little hand to pop up. So when you've got something to harvest, the hand shows up. Let's see if we can get through this harvest. Alright, so what day is it? It is Saturday. Is the lab even open today? No, it's closed on Saturday. Okay. Alright, well, that's that. People. I don't know why it... Oh, okay. So apparently clicking favorites reorganizes the list to show you the heart status of who has the most hearts. So these two, because I'm there the most. Really? We've already gifted him for the week? I guess we're still in the same week from last time. Okay, that would explain why vendor lady, black market lady, didn't have anything new. Or didn't replace the stuff that we bought. Okay. Who's my least talked to person? We've got a lot. Okay. These two. I talk to them. I guess I just don't gift them anything. Alright. Well, since we don't have to be in a rush... Oh. Our inventory is technically full. It just didn't yell at us about it yet. Say, okay. Alright, I gotcha. What is this? This is a grape. Okay. Grapes are out here. peppers are... Oh, we should probably start selling those. Probably. Oh, the washer's telling us it's done. Fancy that. Okay. You're done, you're done, you're done. So we have 2 kegs that we have to fill. You're still churning away, right? Yeah, okay. So 2 keggies. Two keggies. Two keggies. I don't know if it will let us do the 2 different types of barley in 1 keg. I mean, we can see. And we'll stick the tea leaf in the other. And we'll do 2 things of, I guess, blueberry jam, I suppose. Okay, did let us mix the quality on that. So that's good to know. Okay, so here's my other question. I don't remember if I've tried this, so... Can we put the sea salt in here? No. I thought they had talked about that there was gonna be a machine to make gourmet salt. But now I don't know if I'm full of shit or they changed their minds. Am I like misremembering? Maybe they just haven't done it yet. I'm not sure. Okay. So, we could go fishing today. We could also load up on some gifts. I don't have all that many gifts though. I can't exactly give that to a kid. I guess we could take with us the blueberry jam because we've got more of that cooking. Alright, so where do we want to go fishing? Thinking maybe we'll go down to the beach. Quite possibly. And we'll see what adventures await us down. Oh, right, we were gonna go to the furniture store. Damn it. That's okay. We can still go to the furniture store. Hey, you want some coffee? Okay. Oh, should we give Raj a cup of coffee? The coffee person? I thought he was gonna, like, be going on about how his coffee is so much better. Since he's the town coffee snob. I was really expecting it. You surprised me, Raj. Whoop. Yes, you did. Wow, look at all the flowers up here. Grab these bad boys. Alright. So has anybody else tried out this game yet? And what are your thoughts on it? Do you have any thoughts on it? I just like that I get like monthly updates about what's going on, what they're working on, when the next update's gonna be. They've actually been working pretty diligently. It hasn't felt like they put it out and then everything just ground to a halt. They're still actively... No, we don't have the cactus yet, so I'm thinking we'll get it eventually. Right, no, I want to give you... Here, how about a beer, Sam? Ah! Okay. Would you like some chard? You're very hard to please, ma'am. I swear. Well, you liked that. Here, go get day drunk. It's Saturday. I guess that's acceptable on a Saturday. Here, Scott. Have some coffee. Really? Okay. To the furniture store. Gentlemen. I don't know what's actually considered new here. Because it all looks the same. To be perfectly honest. Oh, is that new? Why did we get something new? Does stuff unlock as we add stuff to the game and shit? I mean, that's a neat fountain. That really doesn't fit the style of the farm. I don't know what the style of the farm is. Does the farm even really have a style? I mean, we've got some things from like the Baroque style, but at the same time, it's also kind of beachy and cabiny. It's a very eclectic style. It's a hodgepodge of things. I don't know how many... We're gonna need a lot. Alright, we'll start with 50. Okay, Halloween style. So there's spooky stuff. There's a lot of spooky stuff. Beach style. We already have 2 flamingos. Like, there's some stuff I want to decorate the farm with, but at the same time, I'm not sure what's going to become accessible with further updates and stuff, so Art Nouveau. We already on beach. Oh, I didn't. Neoclassical. I'm sorry, what? It's a chicken statue holding a bunch of eggs. That's kind of hilarious. Because I'm kind of thinking of redoing where stuff's laying on the farm over the winter. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like in the middle of the chicken field. I don't know. Gaming style. I'm not really feeling any of the... I mean, the seahorse is cute, but... Eh. I mean, it's interesting, but is that really indoor or outdoor? I think that would be better indoor. But, where was the other floor tile that we were looking at? Shit. Oh, it was this one. Don't necessarily think we need more of that right now. Oh, that's cute. Kind of like that. I don't know where I would put it. No. No! Thank you. Indoor furniture. What do we got for indoor furniture? A pile of laundry. That seems about right. A mirror. Let's see. Let's break it down to styles. We have that table. I don't know if I really like it though. It's kind of big. So we might swap it to that. Kind of like that bed, but I also kind of like the canopy bed that we have. Let's see here. Could get some plants. I don't know. I'm not really in a house decorating mood at the moment, so staring at that stuff's not really going to get me anywhere. Who else wants gifts? I have gifts. Gifts? Line up for your gifts. Anybody down here? Anybody want some gifts? I got jam. And flowers, apparently. It is 2 p.m. on a Saturday, and you mean to tell me nobody's down here? The ones that are playing, I can't gift anything to. They're busy. Really? There's not even anybody over here sulking today? Oh, you're here. Here, have some jam. Don't get any sand in it. Sandy jam is not fun. But I guess if you want to pretend they're like blueberry seeds or something, that's on you. Anybody fishing? Anybody fishing? Theo apparently now has a boat. And nobody else seems to be around. So we brought all those gifts and nobody to gift them to. Because they're not going to let us interrupt the game to gift people. Which is just rude. I should be able to just give it to them. Why can't I just mail it to them? I mean, they mail me food all the time. Can I just, like, go to their houses and, like, leave it in their mailbox? I'd be okay with that. Them going to check their mail. Why is there a cup of coffee in my mailbox? Oh, this one's feisty. I wonder what it is. That's an angry fish. Come on, fishy. Parrotfish. We've caught that one before. One of these days we're gonna have to do like early morning fishing just to see what we can catch. Just to see. We're getting a lot of trash here. It's kind of disappointing. I'm actually wondering if a couple of our rare fish are going to be found somewhere else. Because there was talk about going to visit another island or something at some point. So I do wonder if I am fishing for stuff I'm just not going to catch. Though we haven't done winter with this upgraded fishing pole yet, so that'll be interesting to see. Bronze star parrotfish. Is Theo down here playing his guitar? No. Were you cooking something?
No.
Oh, I thought I smelled food. Alright, how about we give her a beer? Sometimes she's at the... Oh. Well, fine then. Be that way. Is there anybody on the lounge chair? Oh, Ralph. Raphael. Not Ralph. Okay. I know the seashells are there. I'm just not picking them up at the moment. Eleanor. Would you like some coffee? I'm sure I can find a good use for this coffee as I dump it out on the ground in front of you. That was weird. It didn't want to let me click it. Hey, Noah. Noah? It's acting like I can, but it's not. That's bizarre. He doesn't seem to be home. Neither one of them seem to be home. Well, where is everybody? have all of these gifts. And no one to give them to. Here. No. That. That's why I gave it to you. Although you could be a drinker. Oh, we already gifted Raj today. Oh, you know what? We might have already gifted Noah today. That might have been why it was being weird. You. We, like, never give you anything. You're like, okay. The shocked look on his face, like, what do I do with this? What is this? What is happening? It's like, thanks, I guess. Alright, let's pop into here. Oh, everybody's here. Okay. Don't know what to say. You could say thank you. And take it. Or, you know, don't. You seem just as confused. I've already gifted you this week. There you go, Macy. I gifted you already. Are you two ever gonna let me gift you? Okay, I thought I was talking to him, but okay, here. What did you do? Did you, like, open it right then and there? Okay, and then... how about beer? Would you like beer? Okay, you have that. Oh no, we're running out of gifts. Oh wow, you were actually not mad about that. I was worried. Cause she, like, hates everything. It's acting like I can interact with it, but it's not letting me. Apparently we're gonna be able to play pool at some point. Because I accidentally clicked on the table the other day and it's like, oh, coming soon. I was like, what? What is this? Didn't even know we were going to be able to do that. Alright, so let's head on back to the farm here. And let's see. Oh, we have mail. I'm not quite sure why. But we seem to. Yes, yes, yes. Click, click, click. Who sent me a recipe? Here's a recipe I used to make a tart. It might be cheaper to make it yourself. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. You drop that off. Alright, so what do we need to make a tart? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this table. I might get rid of that and do the round one. Fruit tart. Sugar. Wheat flour. And 2 of any fruit. Sugar. Sugar. Hey, can we put the sugar cane in the mill? Is that a thing? Is that... can we make our own sugar? If we can make our own flour... We can! Nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, we did get heart points, so at least our gifting wasn't for nothing. Oh wow, those... Oh, we didn't check our bug traps. There's so much to get done in a day. Alright, those pumpkins were worth a bit. Alright, not bad. Not as profitable as a farming day as before, but we didn't have as many watermelons, so that's to be expected. Alrighty. Let's see. Do we have any? Oh, we do have mail today. Is this a reminder about the festival tomorrow? Yes. The Harvest Festival is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Oh, it's an evening festival. Well, that's good. That gives us time to get stuff done during the day. I was concerned that we were gonna have to really fucking hustle. So that's good. So it's kind of like their spooky season festival and like their harvest thingy wrapped into one. So kind of think of it as like the Halloween festival, I think, and the and like the fair from Stardew Valley at the same time is what I think they're going for. Now, from what I understand, the spooky festival is going to be fully fleshed out in the next update. So I don't know how much we'll be able to participate. We'll still bring our items and see if it lets us display them. Because I think they had said previously if it wasn't working at all, they weren't going to leave it sitting in the game. They were going to pull the thing out. Probably so they weren't getting constant feedback of, hey, this festival's not working, when they know that festival wasn't working, kind of deal. Oh, it is so much fun that these pumpkins keep producing. I wish I had realized that. We would have had a lot more pumpkins. Well, now we know for next fall that we want to go heavy on the melons. And a little extra on the pumpkin guys. If we have the space. If we have the space. But you know, we probably should. Probably should have gone a little bit heavier on the wheat too, but if push comes to shove, we can always buy wheat from Sam's. Oh, our inventory is full. Oh no! That won't do. Alright, let's see here. Where did we leave off? Oh, I missed one. George, we missed one. Okay. So pink poof balls on the garlic means those are done. It would seem. Alright, so we'll water this. And this guy. And those are some big ass lemons. They just look so huge compared to the other fruit sizes. Don't they? Like, concerningly big. Alright. Let's run over to them chickens. Oh wait. Hold on. We did harvest a bit more stuff, so perhaps we should go deal with that first. Alright, who can get dumped in the box? You can. You can. You're inside, you're inside. Basil's out here. Okay. I'll grab the sugar momentarily. Alright, let's let the birdie boos out. Alright, one happy ducky, two happy duckies, three happy, well, one happy chicken, no, one happy quail. I know, Quay, but chicken would like to get petted, too, okay? You can't be hogging up all of the attention. Alright, let me pop those in here. We don't get quail eggs very often. Or at least it doesn't feel like it. Okay, I think today is just a milking day. Oh, white truffle. So I'm thinking the black truffle is a bit more rare than the white truffle, because we've been getting the black one, I mean the white one more than the black one. I think we've gotten exactly one black truffle. I've been trying not to delve too deep into the wiki unless I'm like super fucking frustrated about something and can't figure it out. That's how I've been approaching it. Because, you know, sometimes stuff changes since it's still in early access, and I don't want my brain to latch on to, okay, this is how we have to do this, and then have them decide that, oh no, we changed it, we're doing this now. Oh, I did need two more. Thingadoos. So I feel silly because I'm probably gonna move this all around. How dumb does it look with this like around the tufts? But then the tufts probably won't spread and grow, so that's a problem. Because I was thinking, oh, you know, we could like hedge down the side. But I might change this entire layout come winter. Which means we're gonna have to pay to move those buildings and stuff. But I'm waiting till winter because then I don't have to disrupt the orchard at the moment. Because if we can avoid disrupting the orchard, that would be great. This guy. Those trees are expensive and they take for fucking ever to grow. That is sort of on my list of things I want to do. I'm trying to figure out a potential new layout that I'm happy with in my other game so I can bring it over to this one just so I'm not like dicking around too much. Oh, those avocados were ready. I didn't even see them. That's why I sometimes kick the trees when it doesn't look like there's anything there. We got some nanas. Alright, so we got these guys. Okay. So I will in fact be replacing that felting mat. Probably sometime next week I'll be able to order it. Let's see here. We could go pear jam. Our inventory is full though. When is our inventory not full? So I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting rid of stuff that I actually want to hold on to. And my bars are in a slightly different sequence. And they normally are. Okay, let's drop some of this off inside. Okay, I'm actually gonna sell the amaranth flower. Nanas. Is Mikado's in here? I'm not seeing Mikado's. No, those must be outside. Lemons are in here. And taro looks to be outside. Okay. So I'm going to drop that off there. Yep, there's Mikado's. Okay. Now. Alright, this guy's ready, so we can finally pop you into there so I don't accidentally sell you, which is what I've been super terrified of doing lately. So we need something for... It said we could make mead, but it doesn't let us yet. Kind of why I've been holding on to the honey so hard. I'm wondering if maybe once they let us use the cellar, if that's where we're gonna be able to make like our own wine and stuff. Oh wait, no, that has to go in the other. Alright, so we'll grab that for the 1 keg. I'll grab that for the other keg. I mean, I could make more kegs. I just haven't yet. Really? It's a vegetable. Oh, it's a fruit. Well, it's a fruit. It's... Let me put it in the damn jar. Let's have some pickled pumpkin. Actually, that sounds really gross, but... Damn it. Let me make my gross concoctions. Oh no, wait, I needed that. Hold on. Now I'm getting confused. What the hell was I trying to do? There's that. I need to grab this. Yes. That produces flour. Okay, and then down here, I'm just gonna hold on to those other squares, I guess, for right now. Since I probably am going to change that up. Oh wait, no, that's tomorrow. Alright, we won't be able to do the Harvest Festival today. We'll have to save that for next week. Just kind of taking a look at my time here. Alright, so for right now, I'm just going to tuck that into there. Oh, right. You. Oh. Okay, I thought I had room for one more in there. Apparently not. Alright, do we want to grab some more gifts to take with us? I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt. Let's grab the dragon fruit. Alright, we need to go into town. I don't know if the lab is still open. Looks like it. One of the few things open on a Sunday. Alright, what you got for me? One. One silver kelp. Alright then. Where's your assistant? There's usually somebody else in here working with you. I'm curious as to where they are. Oh, hey. I never seem to catch you. The startled reaction of, what? Thanks, but I'm just confused. Okay. I mean, that's better than the straight up ew. Clinic's closed. So where the fuck is Charles? On Sundays. You know, we haven't seen our boy in forever. We should oh, hey. Didn't I gift you twice already? Yes, okay. Where's our boy today? Some Sundays he's up at the... Oh. Okay. We have a cutscene. Oh, I thought he was talking about Pablo. I was like, oh, he knew why we were here. No, he's talking about the Explorer. So this goes back to a previous cutscene. That's cool that they continued the story. Supposed to be pure. I think you got fucked over, man, but I mean, his only option now is to try anyway, because if he doesn't, he's stuck with shit that ain't gonna work anyhow. Nobody's home upstairs. Where is the boy? Have we gifted him this week? I don't remember gifting him, but we may have. We may have hit him up twice last week, and I just don't remember. Well, he's not up here. Which sometimes he is. I say. Pabs, darling, where are you? Oh, we caught another one. Oh, you know what? We need to check our diving one to see if that ever caught anything. It probably didn't. Because I don't know if it's working properly. There's that silk moth again. I should probably be farming the hardwood. Well, I mean, if all this grass is just gonna be here, free for the taking. I didn't know that we would get hay off of the farm. So since we have the energy, we kinda probably should. Since we've got quite so many critters to feed, and we can buy more hay from the ranch building from, oh, who the fuck is it? Jack, I think. But you know, that's more money that we'd have to spend. we can just take a minute. Look at that, 46. So that's like, what? A couple of days? A couple of days worth of food? The monkey's yelling at us, and I don't know why. I don't think you eat hay, Mr. Monkey. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I don't think you do. Now, we're not guaranteed to get the Bronze Star stuff up here, but as it looks like that was the case there. But that's okay. Oh, hey, 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 come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. I never catch you. Come back. You're like my fucking neighbor, and I never catch you to give you food. Oh, what is happening? Oh, it's a raid. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing alright. How are you guys doing? Oh, thanks for the follow. I'm Nisey. Sometimes we game. Sometimes we do art. Oh, thank you for that follow. Flamingos everywhere. Today we're gaming. We are working on Coral Island. It's still in early access, so it's not fully polished and not everything is implemented. But it's not so bad. We're getting to experience the updates as they happen, which is fun. And getting to experience the changes as they come in. I don't have any flowers, so I don't know. Oh, do you want a beer? Cool. Alright. Can I gift you again? We're trying to make some friends here, so we can get some more cooking recipes. Thank you, Zorts. Just got done playing Coral Island 2. And flamingos are so cute. They're your niece's favorite animal. Nice! Been playing it on stream. It looks like such a fun game. Alright, sir, you have a good night at work. Try not to have a heat stroke while you're at work, please. Can't stay long, you need to go to bed. Hey, no problem. Thanks for popping in. There's a pirate! Oh no, that's the guy. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking this is somebody new that we haven't talked to yet, but it's the friggin' little spirit dudes in the costume that we made them. No, I hope you have a good night. I hope you had a good stream, and I do thank you for popping in. Damn it, he keeps popping up every so often. Shut up, that's my husband in the background. I thought it was a pirate. I'm like, what is this? I keep forgetting that he just randomly shows up. And then I feel dumb when I realize who it is. But no, I am enjoying this game so far. It has that little something extra that Stardew Valley didn't, although there's a hell of a lot more NPCs that you have to try to keep up with. But I don't know, it just has that little something extra. We'll see how things go. I'm really looking forward to the update coming next month at some point. I don't think we have an exact date yet. I mean, there might be an exact date because I'm not in their Discord, but I haven't heard of one yet. Did I? I feel like I donated you to the museum. I hope I did. Alright, we'll sell those. Okay. So now. Make sure to look after yourself, ensure you are hydrated and your posture is good and you're amazing, you deserve the world. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been super fucking hot. It's been gross hot. Oh no, okay, that was all bronze. Okay. For some reason, like, we had been harvesting the hay down by the mine, and then we stopped and we moved across the road, and I didn't see the star on it. It was acting like it was a different quality. So I'm surprised to see that it was all in fact bronze. That's interesting. We should have a fair bit for winter because the silo is full too. So, but I think we're gonna move these two buildings. Oh, I missed a thing of grapes. We're gonna move those two buildings, I think, come winter. Down over here, I think. Somewhere. Maybe we'll put them up here. And then maybe we'll do our two barns over in here. I don't know, I'm just not happy with where they're at. But at least we can move the stuff. Yeah, so today is Coral Island Day. Friday is Planet Zoo Day. We're working on a sandbox park in Planet Zoo where I have a wheel set up that I spin to pick what I'm gonna be building. So I have the wheel set up for like habitat, exhibit, shopping options, food options, that kind of stuff. I think tomorrow we're gonna be finally finishing up the bug exhibit area that we were working on, and moving on to a new build. So we might actually be spinning the wheel tomorrow, I think. We are actually going to be wrapping up here because I have to go start dinner for my mom. But I do thanks for the raid. Now I'm going to be bouncing you guys into somebody else. We're going to go see 9.5. She's a little crazy. She can be a little much for some people. I understand that, but she loves rubber chickens. And she's got all kinds of chaotic energy. She does a lot of crocheting stuff and like the little crocheted cute critters that I can't pronounce the name of. The Amma something or other. Amaguri? I'm not saying it right. Like the little crocheted, like cute little doll things. Critters. The crocheted critters, that's what we're gonna call them. So we're gonna go see her. If I spelled it right, there we go. And I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for the new follows. Hang on, I just want to pop into her channel real super quick. So that way, oh, it looks like she's in the middle of Words with Friends. But that's okay, we'll sneak in there. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Planet Zoo.